Yo, what's up everybody? Profits here back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the seasons from season 1 to season X on a scale of 1 to 10. The reason I'm doing only chapter 1 seasons is because I'm splitting this into two parts. So next week I'm going to upload part 2, which is going to be ranking chapter 2 seasons. So if you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for that. Also, one more thing, if you like my videos and want to support me, make sure to join the Discord. Link down in the description below. Anyways, let's get into the video.
What all do you want from me? ARs and them 223s. Fucking around with me, you see I'm hot on 500 degrees.
Alright, so starting off with season 1, it was a very rushed project, but they put it out and took the world by storm. Even though we remember this season very fondly and we have a lot of memories, especially when everyone was still a noob, there was still a lot of problems with this season. We were just too new to recognize them. The reality is that if this season was what we currently played today, people would have so many issues with it. I'm not going to say this was a bad season of Fortnite because it was the first ever launch. So I'm going to have to rate this one a 4 or 5 because the season was pretty average, but it was the first season we ever played, so it will always have a special place in our hearts. Alright, Fortnite Season 2 was the first time we got a Battle Pass, and the Battle Pass was pretty cool in my opinion. The skins were cool. This was when Fortnite was approaching its peak early on, and a lot of people were jumping onto the game and getting into it. I remember back then people like Summit, Ninja, CDN, and a lot of other big streamers were really just streaming non-stop Fortnite. In my opinion, Season 2 was one of the bigger seasons that had a lot of big streamers and a lot of big YouTubers all over the game. It was also the season where we got cool items like the campfire, the chug jug, miniguns, and impulse grenades, so we were finally getting new items as well. The season was really solid and really stepped Fortnite's game up, and for that reason I'm going to give this season a 7 out of 10. Alright, next up we have Fortnite Season 3. In my opinion, just like Season 2, I thought the Battle Pass was pretty solid, and we had some cool map changes, with Junkyard being added and a few other map changes. We also had a couple new items that were really good, such as llamas, C4, hunting rifles, light machine guns, and porta forts. Also, with the addition of the guided missile, gave people great clip opportunities and crazy moments went down with this weapon. It wasn't a huge step up from Season 2 in my opinion, so in the end I'm going to have to rank this a 6 out of 10, just because things didn't really step things up in the Fortnite world. This would happen in Season 4. Alright, next up we have Fortnite Season 4. This is when things started to get really spicy. It was like the superhero battle pass with some significant map changes, but what really set Season 4 apart from others was the first ever live event in Fortnite Battle Royale. On June 30th, 2018, we got our first live event, which was the rocket launch. Another reason this was big because we finally got to see that there was a story being written. Season 4 also brought things into the game like jetpack, bouncers, our first vehicle. Well, it wasn't really a vehicle, the shopping cart. It was really fun though. Also brought dual pistols and the thermal AR. Therefore, I'm going to have to give this season a 4 out of 10. Next up, we have Fortnite Season 5. This season was a bit tricky because at the beginning of Fortnite Season 5, we had the addition of the P90, and I don't know if you guys remember, the original P90 was so overpowered that people used to carry 4 P90s and some shield. It was also strong from close, medium, and far range, and it stayed like that for at least a couple of weeks, and that caused so much destruction. So the beginning of Season 5 was a huge L because it was just dominated by the P90, and not long after that, Fortnite added the drum gun, then the heavy snipe, and the double barrel, and all of these guns were very, very strong guns, and that kind of shook up the balance of the game. Season 5 had a lot of complaints early on, and it took Fortnite a while to make adjustments to them. Eventually though, we got Kevin the Cube introduced in Season 5, and the Battle Pass was somewhat memorable. There was some cool skins added. Due to the bad start though and overpowered weapons that were added, I think Fortnite Season 5 is going to have to be ranked a 3 out of 10. Alright, next up we have Season 6. Season 6 is finally when we got the quad crashers, which was insane because you could fly across the map with them. We got some cool interesting skins. The Season 6 Battle Pass was pretty strong in terms of additions to the game. Quad Crasher was a good vehicle for trickshotting and rotating across the map. They added Ice Trap, which was okay, I guess, and they added Quad Launcher, which most people didn't like because it was so overpowered. It shot four rockets before you had to reload. They also added the 6-shooter, which was one of the worst guns in Fortnite history, in my opinion. They also added the crossbow, which was very weak. We didn't get we did get AKs, which were okay. Dynamite was added and balloons, which were fun meme items. I don't think it was as bad as Season 5, but it wasn't that good of a season, so I'm gonna rate this season a 4 out of 10. Alright, Fortnite Season 7. This is when the Ice King turned the whole map into snow around Christmas time. This is also when we got planes. We currently have planes in Fortnite, but they aren't nearly as strong as the planes in Season 7. Like, you could be boxed up and a plane, all they had to do was fly into your box and you're dead. We also got the addition of the Infinity Blade, which was way too overpowered. One thing that really set the season off though is the OP things in competitive. I feel the Infinity Blade should have been an LTM, and even though planes were strong, I feel like it would have been okay if they weren't in arena or tournaments. So they kind of ruined competitive for that season. We also got the boombox, which was just an obnoxious item. The only good things I remember from the season was them implementing Siphon into the game and adding the purple and gold pump shotguns. Even though I had a little bit of good, it was just so much bad in the season. I'm gonna have to rate this the first 1 out of 10 we have. Next up, Fortnite Season 8. We got the infantry rifle, which was a pretty good gun. Also in Season 8, they enabled Siphon in all modes, so that was pretty good. We also got the Peely skin and a pretty good season battle pass. Basic Lagoon was introduced, as well as some pretty significant map changes. Mixing with all that, Siphon as well, I think Season 8 was a pretty good season, so I'm going to rate this one a 7 out of 10. Alright, now we're jumping into Season 9. This was a very interesting season because this was the first time they vaulted the pump shotgun and they introduced the combat. We also got some map changes. Retail became Mega Mall and Tilted completely changed. I wasn't a huge fan of the Neo Tilted. The build grid was terrible there. But and also the first week of the combat shotgun, it was bugged, but eventually they did fix it and it became the strongest weapons in Season 9. Even when the pumps returned later that season, nobody used them because the combat was just that overpowered. I think it's mainly though because of its range. It had good range, close and medium, and it shot really fast up close, so that was really good. We also had those turbines around the map, which I think was a good addition. They were good for mobility. They also added hotspots where drones would appear and you could shoot them for loot, which I guess was okay. I'd like to see that in the current state of Fortnite though. It'd just be kind of cool. Season 9, we also had one of the coolest events ever in Fortnite, in my opinion, the Meg versus Monster fight. That was a really cool event. I think overall Season 9 was a pretty average season because the removal of Tilted kind of hurt. The removal of Siphon kind of hurt as well. And the removal of Pumps hurt. So I'm going to rank this season a 6 out of 10. Alright, I know you guys have been waiting on this one, Fortnite Season X, the last one. This is when most people stopped playing Fortnite. The Battle Pass wasn't that good because it was just upgraded skins from past Battle Passes. I also fear there was just way too much going on at one time. We had the taco dance at Greasy where it just make you dance at random times. We had zombies and retail. It was just a complete mess. They also added mechs, and we all know how that went. Mechs weren't competitive as well and had a huge effect on the Fortnite comp scene and negatively impacted the Fortnite competitive scene. It ended with the Black Hole event, which consumed the whole entire map and wiped Fortnite clean for a new start. But in the end, Season X still happened, and I think Season X was one of the worst seasons ever brought to Fortnite. So I'm going to rate this one a 1 out of 10. Anyways, that's gonna conclude the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 2 if you did enjoy. Make sure you follow my socials linked in the description. Have a great day and see you in the next video. Peace.
What all do you want from me? ARs and them 223s. Fucking around with me, you see see I'm hot, I'm fire.